Number 9. The galaxies that were too mature. Galaxy formation theory has long been one of the most established frameworks in modern cosmology. Standard models predict a sequential evolutionary process. In the early universe, galaxies were expected to be chaotic, primitive, asymmetric, and mid-collision. Elegant spiral galaxies with stable disk structures, like our own Milky Way, were believed to be the result of billions of years of gravitational settling, mergers, and prolonged stellar evolution. However, the James Webb Space Telescope has completely shattered that order. Peering deep into the universe more than 10 billion years into the past, Webb did not find the faint amorphous gas blobs once predicted. Instead, it captured fully formed spiral galaxies with perfectly symmetrical arms and intricate disk structures. The pinnacle of this discovery is Sears 2112, a barred spiral galaxy that exists at a point when the universe was only 2.1 billion years old. According to standard physics, the presence of such a barred structure at this epoch is impossible. The cosmic environment was far too turbulent, and collision rates too frequent for a stable bar structure to develop. A galactic stellar bar requires a delicate balance of mass and dynamics, conditions that only emerge after billions of years of maturation. Yet Sears 2112 and a growing catalog of similar galaxies reveal a fully mature morphology long before they were permitted to exist by current theories. The message from these galaxies is unmistakable. The cosmic timeline we have constructed is fundamentally flawed. Some mysterious mechanism was driving matter to self-organize with extraordinary speed at the very dawn of time. These galaxies are like newborns, already possessing the complexity of an adult. They force us to confront a difficult question. Is our model of galactic evolution missing a fundamental law of nature? Or does the entire chronology of the universe need to be rewritten? Number 8. The object no one can classify. Telescopes exist to categorize what they see. A galaxy, a star, a quasar, or a nebula. Every object in our catalogs must have a name and a place, because everything we have ever found obeys the physics we use to build those categories. Webb was launched with the expectation of finding more of what we already knew, just older and further away. But Sears 1749 has shattered every rule. It appeared in the Sears Survey, a deep field designed to capture the earliest structures in the universe. The light spectrum of Sears 1749 does not match any known galaxy. It is not a star, not a quasar, not an active galactic nucleus, nor does it belong to any class of compact object ever recorded. The emission lines, the chemical fingerprint that every object broadcasts, lie in impossible positions that do not correspond to any known combination of redshift and source type. The ratios between its wavelengths of light are not produced by any physical mechanism existing in current scientific literature. One research team proposed that this could be an extremely compact, extremely luminous object at an unusual redshift, undergoing a process not yet described. Another suggested it was merely data contamination, but contamination has been ruled out. A third group boldly proposed an entirely new class of object. It has been observed 7 times. The readings are consistent. Sears 1749 is real, stable, and physically impossible. According to everything we know, no explanation has been accepted, and no classification has been assigned to it. The universe has sent Webb a message in a language humanity has yet to invent. We are standing before something that does not belong to any model we have painstakingly built. Number 7. The disappearing stars. In the universe, stars do not simply evaporate. This is not a philosophical observation. It is a rigid physical principle. A star lives and dies on a timescale of millions to billions of years. Even the most violent stellar events, such as supernovae or gamma-ray bursts, leave behind remnants. Neutron stars, black holes, or brilliant nebulae. They leave a trail, a testament to their existence. But then, data from the Webb telescope changed everything. Astronomers have discovered point sources, actual stars that appeared in one set of observation data but vanished completely in the next observation at the exact same coordinates. There is no signature of a supernova, no afterglow, no gamma-ray burst, and no remnant left behind. They were there, radiant, and then suddenly extinguished as if they had never existed. Initially, theories regarding instrumental error or cosmic noise were proposed as explanations. However, every hypothesis involving technical error was ruled out once these sources were confirmed across multiple filters and different sensor arrays. The most daring hypothesis currently is the collapsar phenomenon, stars collapsing directly into black holes without releasing energy in the form of light. While this mechanism has been predicted theoretically, observing multiple such events in a small sample of only a few thousand stars is entirely impossible according to current models. The frequency of occurrence is millions of times higher than predicted. This raises a chilling question. What is actually happening in the early universe? Are there entities that silently manifest and then vanish, leaving behind an inexplicable void in humanity's map of space? We are looking at an entirely new physical phenomenon, a mechanism of stellar life and death that science had never previously dared to conceive. Number 6. The cosmic clumps. The universe operates under strictly defined physical rules, especially regarding the birth of stars. We thoroughly understand how giant gas clouds collapse under gravity, as well as the feedback mechanisms where radiation from newly born stars heats the surrounding environment, thereby throttling the formation rate of subsequent stellar generations. This is a perfect self-regulating mechanism. In the modern universe, star formation efficiency hovers between only 1% and 10%. However, Webb has delivered a massive shock by observing compact gas clumps in the early universe, smaller than expected, with star formation efficiencies reaching 40%, 50%, or even 60%. Stars are being born at rates 10 to 50 times faster than anything ever recorded in astronomical history. These clumps are dense, turbulent knots of star-forming gas, producing stars so rapidly that they should, by all accounts, be destroying themselves. According to the physics of stellar feedback, the radiation pressure from such a massive number of stars forming simultaneously should blow the remaining gas apart before the next generation of stars can even ignite. In theory, this rate cannot be sustained, yet the observational data proves the opposite. They are sustaining it. The mathematics do not match the observations. One clump detected in the galaxy cluster field, SMAC 0723, is producing stars at a rate equivalent to the entire Milky Way, yet compressed into a region 1/10,000th of its size. Every previous simulation model predicted this phenomenon to be impossible. Scientists have attempted to propose numerous explanations, but none have survived rigorous scrutiny. These clumps continue to produce stars at intensities that the universe should not permit. This is not merely an anomaly. It is a hole in our foundational understanding of how matter and gravity have operated since the very dawn of time. What is preventing the natural feedback mechanism from dissipating these clumps? The answer remains a profound mystery challenging the global scientific community. Number 5. The galaxy that should not exist. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to unlock the secrets of the universe. After 2 years in operation, it has not only answered old questions, but has unleashed a nightmare for modern physics. One of the most glaring is Jade's GSZ30, a galaxy that should not exist 13.2 billion light-years away. According to standard models, 320 million years after the Big Bang, the universe was merely a dense, scorching fog of hydrogen and helium. It was the primordial era, where gravity was only just beginning to clump matter together to ignite the first stars, the massive, violent, and short-lived population 3 stars. At this stage, the universe was supposed to contain only primitive, chaotic, and faint clouds. But Jade's GSZ30 shattered every rule. It is not a primitive cloud. It is a fully formed galaxy, structured and shining brilliantly with billions of stars. The problem lies in the logic of time. A galaxy with at least 1 billion solar masses requires hundreds of millions of years to form. Even more damning, Webb detected in its spectrum the presence of carbon, oxygen, and iron, elements that can only be forged after a previous generation of stars has lived, aged, and exploded. At 320 million years after the Big Bang, those ancestral stars never had the time to exist. Every galaxy formation model written in our textbooks predicted that at this epoch, we would only find faint, irregular smudges of gas. Jade's GSZ30 is anything but. It is too massive, too early, and too perfect. The response from cosmologists? They call it abnormally efficient star formation. But that is not an explanation. It is a confession of helplessness. How could matter coalesce and evolve at such an impossible speed? We are looking at an entity without a traceable origin, a rip in the timeline of the universe. As more of this data pours in, we are forced to confront an uncomfortable truth. Our current model of the universe, which has stood for decades, may have been fundamentally wrong from the very first page. Number 4. Black holes that form before stars. Supermassive black holes, the monsters that anchor galaxies and possess masses millions to billions of times that of the Sun, were understood to be the result of a process spanning billions of years. According to traditional theory, they originate from stellar mass black holes, the remnants of massive stars that collapsed. Over time, they consume surrounding matter, merge with other black holes, and grow larger. This process requires an enormous amount of time. However, James Webb has found supermassive black holes within the first 500 million years of the universe. These are not small black holes, nor are they primitive seeds. They are fully developed entities, actively feeding on matter with masses a billion times that of the Sun when the universe was less than 4% of its current age. For instance, one black hole discovered at a redshift of 10.6, about 460 million years after the Big Bang, already contains approximately 400 million solar masses. To reach that mass through normal accretion processes starting from a stellar remnant requires at least several billion years of continuous maximum rate feeding. But the universe was only 460 million years old. Scientists have proposed that population 3 stars, the very first generation, consists directly into massive black hole seeds, bypassing the normal stellar mass range. They also hypothesized that black holes grew through super-Eddington accretion, absorbing matter at rates that theory suggests radiation pressure should have hindered. Every model of black hole growth fails at this redshift. No model can explain their existence. And if black holes existed before the galaxy surrounding them, what created the galaxies? Ultimately, what appeared first in this mysterious primordial universe? Number 3. Atmospheric chemistry of HD 9733b. HD 189733b is a hot Jupiter, a gas giant approximately 13% more massive than Jupiter, orbiting its star every 2.2 days at a distance of only 4.4 million kilometers. Its surface temperature reaches 100 degrees Celsius, accompanied by winds howling at 8,700 kilometers/h. Here it does not rain water. It rains molten glass, sweeping sideways with the winds. By every physical standard, this is one of the most hostile environments ever detected in exoplanet surveys. In 2023, James Webb observed the atmosphere of HD 189733b during a transit, the moment the planet passes in front of its star. This was an opportunity for the telescope to analyze the light filtering through the atmosphere and extract a chemical spectrum. The results sent a silent shockwave through the scientific community. This spectrum contained dimethyl sulfide, DMS. On Earth, DMS is a compound produced by only one mechanism: biological organisms, specifically marine phytoplankton. It is a biosignature, the specific evidence that astrobiologists have spent decades searching for as a confirmation of life. The presence of DMS on HD 189733b cannot be explained by any known abiotic process. The planet's temperature makes life as we define it impossible. Hypotheses regarding high-temperature photochemistry or unusual sulfur cycling have been proposed, but none have confirmed the ability to produce DMS at such high concentrations. This signal has never been retracted. The scientific paper stands as a stark challenge. If the DMS on HD 19733b is not biological, we are completely blind to the abiotic chemistry of hot Jupiter atmospheres. If it is biological, then life is existing in conditions we once insisted were impossible. Both possibilities lead to a terrifying conclusion. Our understanding of the universe is still in its infancy. Number 2. The impossible alignment. The universe operates based on a foundational belief, the cosmological principle. It asserts that on a large scale, the universe is homogeneous and isotropic. This means there are no special points, no preferred directions, and matter must be distributed uniformly. This is not a mere hypothesis. It is the pillar that keeps the entire Big Bang model standing. If this pillar falls, everything we know about the history of the universe collapses with it. In 2023, Webb struck a lethal blow to that pillar. Astronomers analyzing data from deep field observations discovered 7 quasars, brilliant galactic cores, whose rotational axes are perfectly aligned with one another. This is not a coincidence. They are located up to 10 billion light-years apart. 7 independent galaxies spanning a region 1.3 billion light-years wide, all spinning in the same direction, aligned to within just a few degrees. The probability of this occurring by chance is 1 in 100,000. But the math is not the main issue. The issue is the nature of this alignment. For 7 galaxies separated by billions of light-years to share the same rotational axis, they must have been influenced by a gargantuan structure from the moment of their formation. A filament of the cosmic web, a density gradient, or some primordial field must have dictated their orientation. The problem is, such a structure is not permitted to exist according to the cosmological principle. This is not the first time we have seen the cracks. The KBC void, the axis of evil in the cosmic microwave background, or the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, all of these challenge homogeneity at different scales. However, the alignment Webb found is a direct, precise, and unmistakable piece of evidence. It shows that the universe has a preferred structure, a directional axis far exceeding the scales we once assumed. If the cosmological principle is wrong, if the universe is not as uniform as we thought, then the current Big Bang model is merely an incomplete puzzle. Webb is not just taking pictures of distant galaxies, it is documenting the collapse of a theory. We are standing on the threshold of having to rebuild our entire understanding of the universe from scratch. Every equation, every constant, every history we have written is being challenged by this irrational alignment. The universe is not homogeneous, and it is forcing us to admit it. Number 1. The Great Attractor Signal, the mystery dragging the universe. The Great Attractor is not a theory, it is a terrifying mechanical reality. Every galaxy within a radius of approximately 500 million light-years, including our own Milky Way and the neighboring Andromeda galaxy, is being pulled toward a single point in the constellation Centaurus at a staggering speed of 630 kilometers per second. With every passing second, we are 630 kilometers closer to something we cannot see. That something lies behind the zone of avoidance, a dense strip of dust and gas from our own Milky Way that obscures the view of every traditional telescope. Previous X-ray surveys identified the Norma supercluster, Abell 3627, as the culprit, but the math does not add up. The mass of Norma is entirely insufficient to exert a gravitational pull of this magnitude. There is a colossal mass hiding behind it. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its infrared eyes capable of piercing cosmic dust, has unmasked structures previously dismissed as ghosts behind Norma. Large concentrations of matter, part of what is now called the Vela supercluster, have gradually emerged. Yet, even when we aggregate all of this, the total quantified mass still falls drastically short of the actual gravitational pull. Something is pulling us. We have measured that pull with absolute precision. We cannot find enough matter to explain it. The paradox begins here. Either there exists a massive concentration of matter that we have yet to resolve, or dark matter is operating according to laws that lie outside every predictive model. Alternatively, the gravitational structure of the universe at the scale of hundreds of millions of light years is simply not what we defined it to be. We have been moving toward it since the dawn of the universe. We still do not know what it is, and that is the most terrifying truth of all.